Greetings shippers, welcome back, and it's that time of the month again, the time for the video voted for by the lovely people over on Patreon. This month's pairing won by a landslide, which doesn't always happen. They're usually closer than this. But this month plants us firmly within the realm of Disney Femslash, with a relatively new pairing at the time of this recording. That being the Little Mermaid's Ariel and of Moana's titular character, Moana. The pairing also sometimes goes by the name Moariel. Before we get started, as always, if you haven't already, please do follow on social media to stay up to date, and of course just to come over and chit chat about fandom. It's a good time, I swear. Now, without further ado, let's go under the sea. Disney has many fans, as well as many critics, and however people feel about them, for many, they have a firm root within people's psyche, be it personally or culturally, and it is no different within fandom. Disney has found itself rife with various different and thriving types of fandom activity, from theories ranging from whimsical to morbid, to multiple edit crossover projects, to art, and of course, to fiction, be it exploring alternate viewpoints of the tales in question, and of course, alternate pairings of all types, het, queer, furry, poly, and more. Indeed, Disney's queer pairing fanbase is going strong, not only hoping for canon representation, most hopeful for some in a well-rounded, non-brushed aside capacity, but many work through unexplored scenarios or potentialities in fiction. Disney has a particularly strong fem/slash fandom, with many who feel that the heroines and princesses in question would be better off with each other rather than the males on offer. These pairings also appeal to those who appreciate the crossover or shared universe potential, for it varies how people view these pairings. Some feel they are crossovers, as each film is self-contained, while others subscribe to the Pixar theory of a shared universe wherein all these characters exist together, though potentially at different times, while others opt for a once-upon-a-time multiple realm approach. However one bridges the universes, it opens up the avenue to multiple pairings, and is ever expanding as the Disney lexicon grows, and new characters are added, who some feel would be great matches for certain classic characters, as well as each other, as is the case with today's pairing. Now when it comes to the Disney pairings, this one, while not one of the most prominent, is one of the most accessible rationale-wise for many shippers, as it is fairly easy to work through how these two would come together. In fact, there is a nod to the Little Mermaid in Moana's post-credit sequence, wherein Tomatoa directly references Sebastian.
Still upside down here. Just need a little push. Can we be real? If my name was Sebastian and I had a cool Jamaican accent, you'd totally help me. You would, you know you would.
Which some fans took to mean these two films were occurring concurrently, while others took it as a tongue-in-cheek reference, similar to those from the genie in Aladdin. When it comes to Disney ships, Ariel in particular has found herself to be a pairing favorite, not only because of her character's relative popularity, but because of the structure of her starting point, which makes her easy to transfer to multiple universes, meaning the placement of Triton's underwater kingdom is uncertain, and Ariel could conceivably travel quite far, making it quite simple for her to appear in a variety of lands, such as Neverland, for those who enjoy a Pan-verse crossover, or even another planet, for those who pair her with Jim Hawkins, or simply traversing the globe, as is the case with people who pair her with Hercules. So some feel it would be quite possible that in Ariel's quest to learn all she could about humanity, she found her way to the island of Motunui. Another point in this pairing's favor for shippers is that they feel these two would be drawn together. Moana is drawn to the sea and the creatures within it, and Ariel is curious about the land. So some feel they would be a perfect pair to help each other find the adventure they each are seeking, as they both crave excitement and new experiences. Works tend to center around the adventures these two would have, or a relationship growing out of a friendship, as Moana visits Ariel down on the beach, as the two share tales, and potentially trade objects, especially as both have issues with their fathers that they may wish to gripe about. There are some who find this more plausible as a friendship, or are more attached to simply exploring the parallels and potential of a shared universe over a pairing, as they feel ultimately as a couple, this partnership would be doomed, for they feel these two want different things. Ariel's ultimate goal is read by many to become part of the human world, and to leave the ocean behind, as she finds human life more appealing and interesting, while Moana is drawn to the sea, though not in a permanent sense, but in an exploratory one. However, ultimately, she does not shy away from her responsibilities to her people. On the contrary, they drive her. As a result, some feel these two would drift apart, and also that Ariel is in some people's view quite selfish, while Moana, in most people's estimation, is not. As a result, some surmise that Ariel would ultimately end up grating on Moana, or that Ariel would lose interest, as rules, regulations, and restrictions chafe on her. For fans of this pairing, they find ways around this, or focus on specific moments within the timeline, or ignore a timeline altogether, as it is their world and it can work how they wish. The same goes in regards to whether Ariel can switch between legs or not, and some feel that ultimately Ariel would rather be a mermaid, and the two could indulge in an interspecies relationship. Some feel their yearnings for other realms could be satisfied in each other, and some people give Ariel more credit for knowing what she wants, while some fans dive right into the realm of AUs. A popular one for Disney characters is the Modern Universe AU, which long ago graced the world with hipster Ariel, which still tends to be her characterization, though it varies. These scenarios allow the shipper to circumvent potential canonical roadblocks, while also placing the characters in situations they wish to see explored, such as high school, college, a coffee shop, or music store, as well as other modern AU staples. So aside from reasons mentioned, why not ship these two? Well, some prefer the Disney films to stay in their own lanes as separate entities, while others prefer different pairings, or the woman alone, without partners. Though for the latter, a friendship pairing may still be appealing. There are some who worry about the characters' ages, but this is easily rectified by aging the characters up. Also, not everyone agrees with the ages assigned to each character by Disney, as some feel they have done more harm than good, or are simply not accurate, while others wonder why they had to be confirmed at all. Moana is also not as popular as Ariel at the time of this recording, which means she is not as often included in crossover works as, say, the other newer Disney princesses, such as Elsa or Tiana. The difference in animation styles from 2D to 3D can also be off-putting for some people in terms of crossing over, and can impact which characters they decide to pair together. While a small pairing, it is well liked by those who ship it, and may gain traction as time goes on, or remain a niche for those who either fathom it or happen upon it. Either way, for some shippers, there is a love brewing between two princesses who want more than what their worlds have to offer. Have any of you heard of this pairing before? Do you ship it? Are you a fan of the Disney shared universe / crossover theory or crossover works? What is your Disney crossover pairing if you are? Answer that along with anything else you want to comment on down below. And you know the drill. Number it if you can. I love a good essay comment. Thanks so much for watching and taking some time out of your day to ruminate on shipping here with me. I always appreciate it. And thanks so much for everybody who voted. These votes really help ensure that we cover some interesting ships sooner rather than later. And if you've been here for a while, you know that we tend towards later. Turtle Squad. There are, as always, more videos coming soon and another vote going on right now. So please stay tuned for more to come, and I'll see you guys soon. And now, let's get to that outro. Bye-bye. This has been Shipper's Guide to the Galaxy. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and special thanks to all of my patrons, names on the side, especially for voting. There are, as always, many more videos coming soon, another vote ongoing right now at the time of this recording, and of course, please do stay tuned, for there are as many ships out there as there are stars in the sky.